in problems 7 and 8, you guys have similar problems in each of those, and they're calculated the same way. One's just 2 years and one's 3 years, and I'll give you examples of each of those. And in my example, we'll say that the business person is looking at borrowing $500,000, and he or she can borrow it at 5.25% steady over the next 2 years, or could, in his or her estimation, borrow it in short-term financing. You get 4.25 for the first year, and estimate that the rate then would go up to 6.75 the next year. Well, which one is cheaper? Well, calculating interest in this case, of course, we're assuming that we're borrowing the $500,000 on day one and paying a full year's worth of interest. It's simply a matter of, probably the most important thing is entering the interest rate properly, right? 5.25% interest is actually entered as 0.0525. Okay, and then if you change it, I can change this to, let me do that, just to a number. Oops, I meant to do that one, just to a number, right? Okay. That's how it would be entered. Okay, but then if I want to change that to a percent, I can just click that button up there, and I can extend the decimals. And I like it too on your answers, try to extend those decimals out a couple. So then it's just simply a matter of multiplying, right? Shoot, not there. Let's get out of there. Come here and multiply my interest rate times my amount borrowed. That gives me what my interest would be for the year. Same amount both years. Do a sum. And there we have it, right? Now, the next year, though, again, we enter things in the same way, 0.0425, 0.0675, same math. I could even copy, my formula down here if I wanted to. It's pretty easy to enter it like that. Okay, and do my sum. There we have it. In my case, the example that I'm using, it's actually turns out to be cheaper to borrow money for the same rate for 2 years. Okay, in an estimation. You always have to keep in mind that this was just a guess. Nobody knows what short-term rates are going to be like a year from now, even a month from now. Okay, the second problem is the same. I used $250,000 in this case, and I used a 6% would be the steady rate, 4.5, 7.25, 6.15 as my variable rate. Again, then all I have to do is do the multiplication. Okay, carry that down, do the sum. Boom. And do the same thing down here, and in this case the least costly route would be to do this, although it's not much. Okay, this is one of those cases where managers and CFOs sometimes get paid the big bucks, because you're only going to save $250 by doing this. Which one has more risk? This one, you're locking in the rate for 3 years. Okay, this one you could presumably save $250, but you don't know what the second year or the third year rates are going to be. So you got to say this one's a lot riskier. Risk reward premium, it's $250 worth it. Again, that's where CFOs get to flip a coin and make that kind of a decision.